Big crowd here at the Garden, a tremendous crowd. That man, fellas, is an athlete, an entertainer, a prize fighter that I think all of us will remember as long as we watch this sport. I just think he is an incredible, outstanding prize fighter.
I think he's established, too, that he's got the crowd with him by that rousing cheer they gave him as he entered the ring. In comes Palomino, Carlos Palomino, former welterweight champion of the world.
Palomino.
They like him, too. He looks a little bigger than Roberto.
You know, his fist is 2.5 inches larger than Durans, Palomino's. Stone hands. They call Durans stone hands, and Palomino's fists are actually 2.5 inches larger, which gives you an example of the fact that
Palomino is 5'9", Duran is 5'7", 2 inches shorter.
And he has a 3.5 inch advantage in the reach. Sometimes the style of the fighter determines whether that's important or not. We'll have to see. But he's a bigger boned individual.
Carlos is fighting a smaller man tonight, but he's fighting probably pound for pound the roughest fighter in the ring today.
Let's go up to Bill Merriman.
Ladies and gentlemen, promoter Don King proudly presents a 10-round dream match between two scintillating, sizzling, and sensational welterweights. This match is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, Jose Suleiman, President. Introducing the judges, Harold Letterman and Tony Castellano. Referee, Arthur McKenty. Introducing in the blue corner from Huntington Beach, California, wearing white trunks with green stripes and weighing 145 3/4 pounds, former world welterweight champion Carlos Palomino. His opponent in the red corner hails from la ciudad de Panamá, en la nación hermosa de Panamá. Wearing black trunks, yellow stripes, and weighing 145 1/4 pounds, former lightweight champion of the world, Las Manos de Piedra, Roberto Durán. Pelearán por 10 rounds.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a World Championship introduction, fellas.
I never heard anything like it.
Johnny Addy's rolling over in his grave.
Jimmy Lennon must be unhappy.
Well,
I think we're in for a very exciting evening, boys.
what we have to watch here, Palomino has traditionally been a slow starter. He has acknowledged himself that he has to get off much faster than he normally has. The rules...
They're both thinking the same thing.
And he generally has been hit early in the fight.
Scoring by the referee and 2 judges is the bell for round 1. Duran in the dark trunks, Palomino in the white. The scoring is on the 10-point must system, which is a departure here in New York State, which usually goes on the round system. But these fights, this fight and the heavyweight championship fight are being fought under the aegis of the World Boxing Council, and they are using their rules. The mandatory 8 count is in effect, but the 3 knockdown rule has been waived. Palomino shaken a little bit by that left hand of Duran. Duran pressing the action, looking as though he's after a quick knockout. Both young men can fire hard, short punches. They don't need a lot of punching room. Outside of that one flurry by Duran, it's been a rather quiet round. Neither looking overconfident, by the way.
Both of them are savage body punches, and Palomino particularly likes to go to the body early in the fight.
And Duran is leaving the body wide open at the moment. He is protecting the chin, as is Palomino, both keeping the gloves up fairly high. Palomino nimble of foot. Duran has him cornered, and that's dangerous. Palomino takes the play away on the inside. Palomino opens up.
Right now, this is a test of their strength in there.
Yeah, they're just touching each other, feeling each other, sampling. They'll explode soon.
Big punch by Duran, but Palomino took it well. Palomino seems a little the more calculating of the two here in round one, with less than a minute to go. He had to be shaken by those blows. Palomino, even after taking him, actually forces Duran across the ring. Big punches by the ex-lightweight champion. 12 seconds to go in the round. Now it's becoming a big round for Duran. Now let's join our host, Len Berman.
Don, you have to be impressed with this man, Roberto Duran, moving up from the lightweights to the welterweights, acquitting himself not only quite well, but easily winning the round over Carlos Palomino. Give round one to Roberto Duran. Well, coming up on Home Box Office, starting Sunday, July 8th, a world television premiere, The Seekers. Stars in this: Randolph Mantooth, George Hamilton, Brian Keith, Robert Reed, Barbara Rush. It's book 3 of John Jake's runaway best-selling series of the Kent Family Chronicles. Home Box Office presenting a world television premiere, The Seekers. More outstanding programming, both entertainment and sports, right here on Home Box Office. And right here, you're seeing Dream Fight. Round number 1 goes to Duran, I think. Let's go back to Don Dunphy at ringside.
All right, Len. Duran is 28 years old. He's 5'7". Palomino is 29. He's 5'9". Former welterweight champion Palomino, former lightweight champion Duran. Round 2.
The first round went about as we expected. Palomino did start slowly. Duran did try to get to him.
Duran is trying to end it quickly, and the test is, will he get discouraged if Palomino takes his best shots as he did in round 1?
Palomino won't quit.
One thing that should be pointed out is that Duran is a very resourceful fighter now. He's not the wild kid that he was 5 and 6 years ago.
You're absolutely
he
right.
He doesn't expose his chin needlessly.
No, and he's doing a lot of feinting in this fight.
A little wild over the head.
Carlos anticipated.
His hands look quicker, Neil.
Yep.
Palomino really hasn't opened up because he has not had a chance. Duran has taken the play away from him all the way.
He has Palomino countering. He's been beating Palomino to the punch, and then Palomino has been looking to counter inside, tie him up.
Half the round is gone, and Arthur McCanty, one of our better officials, gets them apart.
Carlos doesn't know quite what to do with him yet.
Duran is dominating the fight so far. We're in round 2, scheduled for 10. Palomino holding Duran against the ropes with honors about even on the inside. Now it's Duran taking the play away again. Palomino let go to unleash a barrage, but Duran beat him to the punch and beats him again.
With left hooks.
The question is, will Duran punch himself out?
Punches Carlos Palomino out.
25 seconds left to go in the round. A big round for Durant. Palomino stays on top, but takes a battering as the referee gets him apart. Palomino's in trouble. He's holding on, but he can't tie up Durant for too long. The bell. Sure, that a big round for Roberto Duran.
You know, Don, that exchange on the ropes may have been very significant. Palomino had Duran with his back to the ropes, and Duran was dominating Palomino. Only 2 men in the history of boxing have been lightweight champions, have gone on to be welterweight champions, Barney Ross and Henry Armstrong. And the way Duran looks now, he is capable of handling someone of this size.
Somebody's hand's being taped. Oh, Larry Holmes. Look at that record. 30 fights, 30 wins, 21 knockouts. The WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes, in his dressing room, waiting for his fight with Mike Weaver.
I think Carlos is going to come back in this round.
Well, he'd better. Another round or two like that, he'll have too far to come back.
It's time for him.
The right cheekbone of Palomino seems a little bit puffed. Palomino has just not been able to mount an attack, and he is such a good fighter. Duran has not let him. Palomino trying to keep him off with the jab, not succeeding. Duran bobbing and weaving. That left hook of Duran has landed again and again. Palomino seems to have no defense for it. And now he's a mark for the right as well.
He does carry his gloves a little low at times. He drops them when he punches Palomino, and that's when he gets nailed.
Roberto seems to have a little too much speed so far for Carlos.
Duran is smiling. He's actually laughing at Palomino. The young man loves to fight. Palomino decided to trade with him for just a moment, that's all. As we see, Palomino takes a good punch.
This is a fight between a great small man against a good, bigger man, and right now the great small man is dominating the bigger man.
Say Duran enjoys the combat. He's a true professional. Again beating Palomino to the punch. Those touches come so fast. Palomino has the glove up, but he can't block them. Unless Palomino can change the course of this fight, he most certainly will be knocked out. And he's never been knocked out. Well, it's early. It's only round 3. As we always say, anything can happen. At the moment, it's a one-sided fight for Palomino comes back.
Perfect punch by Carlos Palomino. His best punch so far.
So far,
Let's see how Duran reacts to that punch.
just smiles.
Smiling.
That was a perfect counter by Palomino.
Round 3.
Palomino has been looking to size up Duran, gauge his speed, gauge the geometry of the ring. Perhaps for the first time in those last 15 or 20 seconds, he had Duran measured where he's been trying to counter over him, and he did. But he's behind by 3 rounds now. That means he's got to win 6 of the next 7 rounds to win the fight. So he doesn't have time to do any measuring anymore. Let's take a look at a rerun. In the corner. Body punch by Duran after he mixes the left hook.
It was a good right-hand punch by Carlos, but he needs much more of that. Much more, and with both hands.
And many more.
And many more.
And many more. There's Palomino. He's smiling. Both young men smiling. Former heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson.
Floyd Patterson is a member of the Boxing Commission here in New York.
Round 4. Duran in the dark trunks, Palomino in the white. It's scheduled for 10 rounds. Arthur McCanty nimbly moving around as the referee. There's Duran with those quick hands again, getting right by the guard. Palomino looks as though he's going to try to do something now.
Straight right hand, partially blocked.
Both young men have good jabs. They keep their heads moving to get away from those jabs.
I think what you're seeing here now in Palomino is that he really is a thoroughbred. He's taken some good whacks against a great fighter. He's now walking at him. He's still trying to analyze and still trying to get to him.
Palomino doing some good defensive work now, and while he might.
He's hitting in combinations too, which will help his fight.
Duran is not quite as accurate as he was in the first 3 rounds.
But Duran is still making the fight.
Palomino is not running away by any means. Duran has gone to smiling again. Quick left hook that time. Palomino seems surprised. He saw it coming but couldn't get out. You may not notice it, but Palomino is scoring on the inside. His punches are not as spectacular, but they are there. This is a real good fight. Palomino looks none the worse for wear right now. Still got that good jab. He's not been able to mount a good combination, however. Good counter punch by Palomino.
One thing he's managed to do, Don, Duran, is frustrate Palomino's body attack. Palomino generally wears his opponents down with a vicious body attack in the early rounds. He really hasn't been very effective to the body.
Started with a vicious left hook while you were talking, Larry. Palomino did. Now he's trying to go to the body. There's the bell.
There he goes.
First good round.
Well, I've got it 4 for 4 for Duran so far, Larry.
So do I, Don.
Even though I think the last round was the closest of the 4. What do you think, Ryan?
Well, I saw the last round as a tie.
Did you?
Yeah, a draw.
You're very charitable.
I'm very charitable. Why not? I'm not scoring. I'm unofficial. I'm unofficial.
That young lady is scoring.
You know, Duran, although he's 2 years younger than Palomino, actually has been fighting 5 years longer. Here's Larry Holmes in his dressing room. He's starting to get warmed up. His body is oiled over, and he's working up a little bit of a sweat.
That's his manager, Richie Giacchetti, who brought him along and got him into the championship. Well, round 5, the halfway mark is coming up. Ray Arcel talking to Roberto Duran. Ray, the veteran trainer, around years and years, maybe 50 of them. Palomino reaching Duran with that jab now, something he couldn't do earlier. Solid shot by Roberto.
This is what I thought would happen right now.
They're over in Duran's corner, and it's very much Duran on the scoring end. And he's got Palomino a little gun-shy again.
Notice how Duran keeps that right hand around his ears. He's protecting himself against the left hook, and he's got it in perfect punching position as well.
He's got a great style. Right from the very beginning, Duran kept Palomino from mounting any kind of a sustained attack. A minute to go in the round.
That was a terrific
Good
left
countering
hand to the
punches.
heart by Duran.
Palomino countered well. Both missed. There have been no knockdowns in the fight. Big shot.
Well, that was his best shot. I don't know how hurt Palomino is, but he didn't stagger.
He took it well, and he's fighting back. Every so often,
Good boxer, Roberto Duran.
Duran starts to laugh. A minute to go in round 5. Fortunately for Palomino, he's riding some of those punches that hit him in the head.
Now the crowd is now ordering Duran to knock his opponent out. The crowd wants a knockout now.
I wonder if Palomino regrets taking that fight.
Good left hand by Palomino. Good right hand.
All it does is make Roberto smile.
A good rally by Palomino. His first. There's the bell. And now let's join our host, Len Berman.
With Larry Holmes in his locker room, watching the fight on television. What's your reaction to Duran? He's tough.
Yeah, well, I think he's boxing good, punching good. Very awkward, I know. By him being awkward, he's giving Palomino a rough time.
I hope he doesn't move up to the heavyweight division.
If he do, he's in serious trouble because I'm the best trainer in the world today. I don't mind boasting and telling anybody about it until it's professional. Because it's from your eyes, live in the car.
We're going to come back later in this fight to talk to you about Mike Weaver. Back to ringside.
Mike Weaver. Mike getting ready in his dressing room. Manager Don Manuel very carefully taping the hands.
Actually, that's Ray Barnes, an old friend of mine, wrapping his hands. A terrific fighter, once beat Sugar Ray Robinson, but didn't get the decision.
If the fight is going to turn, if the tide is going to turn at all, it will have to right in this round.
Turned all right. A vicious right hand punch to the jaw. The mandatory 8 count told by knockdown timekeeper Billy Graham. We have 2 minutes and 37 seconds left in the round. That vicious right hand shot to the jaw sent Palomino to the canvas, and Carlos has never been knocked out, by the way. A record that could go by the boards tonight.
I think Palomino had it in his mind to turn the tide, and he walked right into that right hand.
This is the second time Carlos has ever been down.
Duran fighting hard inside, trying for the knockout. He's got plenty of time on the round, over 2 minutes. Palomino trying to ride out the storm as Arthur McCanty gets him apart.
He's cut on the ear, Carlos is.
Blood pouring out behind Palomino's left ear, where he's been getting pounded with that right hand.
I haven't seen the cut yet. It's on column.
It's in the ear.
Behind
Duran's
his ear.
left ear.
Either behind or in the ear. We can't tell you.
Not bothering his attack any. Palomino takes a terrific punch. I don't know any other welterweight who could stand up under those punches by Duran.
I'll tell you, Palomino has a lion's heart.
More than a
It takes
minute
heart
to go
as
in the
well
round.
as his chin to take those kinds of
That's
punches.
right. He's hurt,
More
and
than a
he's
minute
still
to
in
go
there.
in the round.
There's he coming back.
Palomino comes back surprisingly with some of his best shots of the night.
Never count a Mexican fighter out. Sometimes you have to hit him real hard just to wake him up.
Well, he got hit real hard, Ryan.
Yeah.
Still fighting. He has taken the play
Well,
away
that's
from
what it
Duran.
takes. Palomino is up because he's been hit.
I think he should have stayed in close. He was doing better. It has been a long round for Carlos Palomino, who was down in the opening seconds. Somehow has managed to survive.
Seems to me that Palomino may have a very slight cut somewhere around the right eye. He does. It's beginning to show. I don't think it's dangerous at this point, but along the right eye there's a cut.
Only 10 seconds to go in the round. Remember, a man floored at or near the ring.
Oh, Palomino coming back.
Palomino
At the bell.
all of a sudden.
Well, Duran got a little careless there, and he caught a three-punch combination. Larry Holmes in his dressing room, observing Larry Holmes on the screen.
There it is.
Let's take a look at the end of that round.
There's the
There's the knockdown first.
That's right in the
A
beginning.
left followed by a straight right in the opening seconds of the round.
Did you notice that Duran's handlers had not even gotten out of the ring yet when that landed? Ray Arcel was still in there. He had a good shot of it.
This is a fight between a street fighter, been fighting since he's 7 years old, although he's 2 years younger than Palomino Duran. He's actually had 5 years more of experience. Palomino was a semi-professional baseball player and a college student and didn't take up boxing until he was 21.
He's got Jackie McCoy giving him smelling salts in the corner. Smelling salts.
Round 7. And Palomino, he's so far behind on points. His foul is scored on the 10-point must system. 10 points to the winner of a round, 9 or less to the loser. I started to say before, if a man is floored at or near the ringing of the bell ending a round, he must arise by the count of 10, even though the bell is sounded, or be counted out.
Palomino's left eye is beginning to swell. It's a bad sign. You've been catching too many of those right hands.
Grazing punches. Each looking for an opening here. See how they eye each other? Concentration. Every so often, Palomino comes battling back. A gutsy fighter. Good left hook. Makes Duran smile. Makes him laugh. We're in the neutral corner, right above our HBO cameras. Palomino beating Duran to the punch for a change. And now working the body. Palomino still has firepower, even though he is taking a lathering.
This is a good fight.
First time in the fight, Palomino is ahead in a round at this stage. And that may change. Beautiful exchange there.
That was a classic exchange, Don. Only quality thoroughbreds and fighters can do that. Now the eye is cut. Palomino has a bad cut, I believe, now over his right eye.
Duran knows it, too.
Now there's a danger that this fight could be stopped on a TKO because it doesn't look like Duran can take him out.
Well, it'll be a riot if he does.
That right
Too
eye
good
is
a fight to stop.
very puffed.
There's a right hand by Palomino.
There's the bell. I'm going to give Palomino this one round. I haven't given him
How
anything
generous
else.
of you.
Well, I think he deserved it. There's a picture of Roberto Duran, who, as it says, successfully defended the world lightweight title 12 times. Freddie Brown, Ray Arcel.
I wonder if the two welterweight champions of the world are watching Roberto Duran tonight, because he's certainly ready for either of them.
Here we have a picture of the medication being applied to the right eye of Carlos Palomino. He looks very unhappy now. Very unhappy.
Look at a replay here. There's Duran coming upstairs with a terrific shot to the body. Another one to the left side, and then a right hand that was a little high and behind, but still was damaging enough to drive Palomino back. He hurts you wherever he hits you.
The smile hurts.
Round 8. 3 rounds to go.
He's too quick tonight.
One knockdown in the fight so far. Duran knocked Palomino down in the opening seconds of the 6th round. Carlos took the mandatory 8 count and has done fairly well since then. Duran, however, must be way ahead on the official point score. All sorts of unofficial.
Well, Duran has proven to everybody's satisfaction that he can take a welterweight's punch. And he just took 2 or 3 and fight right back.
My hat is off to Roberto Duran. He has made me a believer.
Look at the uppercut. And Duran comes firing back. Or rather, Palomino comes firing back.
This is a great fight, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
those of you who really don't know about fights, you're seeing something that's rare. Even though Duran is dominating the fight, you're seeing action here.
And in Duran's quest for a knockout, he may leave himself wide open and suffer a damaging blow himself. Because he's coming in wide open now. Trying for the knockout. Palomino holding him against the rope. And digging the body. Larry, I think A.J. Liebling would have loved the way Duran looked combat.
Oh,
Good right hand by Duran.
Yeah. Liebling was a great writer who loved to write about boxing.
Sweet science, he called it, and it doesn't get any sweeter than this.
Oh! I don't know what helped
Duran
Palomino
again.
up that time.
He put his shoulder and his hip
Oh,
and his
everything
toes
went on
into that one, and still Palomino took it.
Wow.
I don't think there's a lightweight in the world that could have stood up to that
no,
punch.
they'd have been counted out.
Half a minute to go in round 8. has to think about his punches now. They're not coming automatically. Durans are.
Excellent fight.
See those quick hands of Palomino, though.
Just when you think he's hurt.
Incredible after taking a punch like that he can come back in the last 15 seconds.
Now let's join our host, Len Berman.
Don, we had mentioned earlier that we were wondering what kind of effect it would have on Roberto Duran that his surrogate father was killed tragically recently. Apparently, no effect whatsoever. Duran's incredible as we take another look at what he dishes out to Carlos Palomino. Let me tell you that starting Thursday, July 12th, here on Home Box Office, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central Time, the Olympiad with Jesse Owens, as HBO Sports completes our Olympiad series with 3 dramatic episodes, never before seen. The 800 meters, featuring some of the exciting races in the history of the event and the dynamic men who won them, such as Cuba's Alberto Juantorina's thrilling, record-breaking victory at the 76 Olympics. That's the Olympiad, July 12th here on HBO. Let's get back to ringside for this dynamic Palomino-Duran fight. Doc?
Well, there he is, Roberto Duran with Nestor Quinones and Ray Arcel. Round 9 of a 10-rounder. In fact, almost a miracle for Palomino to win this fight. It'll also be a miracle maybe if he doesn't get knocked out.
Yeah, he looks a little raggedy.
But you never can tell. Duran is hitting him with Sunday punches now. Duran is just walking in, oblivious to Palomino's punching power. Roberto Duran, who many think right now, pound for pound, is the best fighter in boxing. That's what they used to say about Sugar Ray Robinson. The comparisons will be coming.
I think what Duran is en route to doing now is confirming the fact that he really is pound for pound one of the greatest fighters who's ever lived.
No question.
Because the way he looks tonight, whichever welterweight champion gives him a shot is going to be the former welterweight champion about 15 rounds or less later.
Or less.
And Larry, I'm sure they're both watching. Only one knockdown in the fight. Palomino was down in the 6th round from a crushing right hand. Arthur McCanny doing a splendid job as the 3rd man. Look at that quick right hand. And again.
And here he comes back. Amazing.
I've seen him do it many times. I've seen him come back to win by knockout.
Duran is just too much at this point. However, it is not as one-sided as would call for stopping the fight.
Oh, no.
Because every so often, Palomino comes roaring back with some good shots. Like there. Palomino a little gun-shy, and I don't mind it. Oh, uppercut. Battle of survival for the brilliant young Mexican-American, Palomino. The question is, will he, with a big 10th round ahead? Seconds to go in round 9. Duran is making a lot of believers tonight. The bell ending round 9. Tremendous round for the former lightweight champion. Arthur McCanny, the referee, goes over and takes a look at Palomino. I'm going to ask Arthur how he looked in there. Arthur, how does Palomino look? How does Palomino look? He does look fresh. Thank you, Arthur.
I don't know if fresh is the word.
Arthur McCanny, the referee, said that Palomino was surprisingly fresh, and
He said he looked fresh. There's a difference.
for those in the audience who aren't familiar with the welterweight picture, The winner of this fight can get a shot at Wilfredo Benitez, who's the WBC champion, after Benitez presumably will fight Sugar Ray Leonard next December. Or he can fight Pepino Cuevas, the WBA champion. Duran has indicated that he preferred to fight Cuevas, perhaps because he might have difficulty getting Benitez in the ring.
This round 10. For those of you expecting to see our regular HBO program, we've interrupted our normal schedule to bring you this exciting night of professional boxing from Madison Square Garden in New York. The 10th and final round, Roberto Duran, former lightweight champion, making a very auspicious debut in the welterweight ranks against the top contender, although he's won other bouts. He's won 4 bouts against welterweights, but this is the toughest man he's met. Number 1 contender, Carlos Palomino, who I'm sure will no longer be the number 1 contender in another couple of minutes. Palomino's knees buckled on that right hand.
Duran is not protecting his lead, Don.
He's not freezing the ball, you mean?
Exactly. I'll tell you, he gives you 3 minutes of action every round.
2 minutes left in the fight, just 2. It's all Duran. If he lost 1 round, he only lost 1, maybe the 7th round. He had Palomino down in the 6th, but couldn't keep him down. A tribute to Palomino's heart. Duran's laughing. Frowning.
That old trick.
What you saw there was the street kid in him, coming out and taunting a beaten opponent. There's no mercy shown here.
Less than half a minute to go in the round as Palomino fights back.
The crowd urging him on to the knockout.
He's got 1 minute to do it.
Cornered again in a neutral corner, in our corner, as a matter of fact.
Took another hard right hand. He's taken way too many.
A long 40 seconds to go in the fight. That's a long time when you're in against Roberto Duran from Panama. Although a one-sided one. However, it did have its moments when Palomino fought back gamely. It's almost over. There it is.
Great fight.
Duran
Great
down
fight.
on his knees as Ray Arcel goes in after him with Nestor Quinones and Freddie Brown. Jackie McCoy comes out to get Carlos Palomino. They've got Duran up on the ring post.
Waving to the crowd.
Panamanian
He knows he
flags
won.
in the ring. Larry Merchant is up in the ring. I don't know if he's ready yet. He's talking to Palomino. Palomino, a gentleman all the way. Did not flinch once in the fight. Did the best he could. Bill Merriman, the ring announcer, is collecting the slips, and Larry probably will have an interview with Roberto Duran through his interpreter, Luis Enriquez. Luis is up in the ring. There's a picture of the crowd up there. Don King is in there. He's the one with the hair.
But we know who won.
Luis Enriquez, the interpreter, is the tall man in the tuxedo. Okay, Larry, you ready? Larry.
All right, we'll try to get to Carlos Palomino before the verdict is announced. Carlos, what are your feelings about the fight?
Oh, as you can see, I just, I'm not, it's not what I used to be, I don't have that hard drive at the end. He was very strong and he was very quick, which surprised me. I didn't expect that much quickness after he had put on that much weight. But, that's the way boxing is, for some there's others, and I had a great career, and I have to believe that this might be it.
This is the end.
Yeah.
How is his punching power compared to other welterweights you've fought?
Well, I fought harder punchers. He surprised me. I don't know what runner was.
Sí, tengo que ir poco a poco, tú sabes.
What did he say to you, Carlos?
Gracias, Carlos. Gracias.
It was, he said, thank you for the fight. It's a good fight. I told him that he's a tremendous fighter, that he's very quick. He surprised me by that. He said, that's right, I'm working on my speed because I know I was a lightweight. So he's very quick.
Let's hear the verdict.
99-90, Durans. Judge Harold Edmund rules it 99-90, Durans. Referee Artemek Henry rules it 99-90, Durans.
Carlos, let me ask you, do you think he is going to be the next welterweight champion of the world?
I believe so.
Do you think he can beat either Cuevas or the WBC
I don't know
champion?
about Cuevas. I think Cuevas may be a little stronger. It would be a tremendous fight. That is one. I don't usually go to fight, but that is one fight I would go to. I have to say that.
You want to see Cuevas and Durans just ruin each other?
No, not really. I think I think it'd be a tremendous fight for boxing. As people thought this would be, I don't believe it was. I wasn't up to par. I wasn't what I know I can do, and maybe
Maybe he had something to do with it.
Oh, definitely. Much faster than I expected, and a lot much stronger than I expected he would be.
Thank you very much, Carlos. You've been a terrific champion. I don't think that I'm going to get to Roberto Duran tonight. Too much celebrating going on by the Panamanian community here at Madison Square Garden. He doesn't speak English very well, but he speaks boxing as well as any man who ever lived, perhaps. Let's go back to ringside and Don Dunphy now.
All right, Larry. Ryan, what did you think about the fight?
Well, Roberto Duran has made me a believer once again. He made me a believer as a lightweight, and now he's made me a believer as a welterweight. He could beat either champion, it is my guess.